You're watching KDLT, the station that's working for you. And now, this is News 5's 12 at 10 with Sherry Kurtz and John Raker. With weather, Mike Harvey and Mark Obenton with sports.
Next on News 5, 12 at 10, dense fog descends on the Sioux Empire, cutting visibility, delaying airplane flights, and making roadways treacherous.
The snowmobile season is at full throttle. We'll have tips on making your ride a safe one.
And women executives in a man's world. Tonight's News 5 Fortunes features two ladies who have wheeled their way to the top. This is News 5.
Good evening, I'm Sherry Kurtz.
And I'm John Rieger. Thanks for being with us tonight. A heavy fog blanketed most of the Sioux Empire today. Fog
and air travel don't mix too well. Several flights this afternoon at the Sioux Falls Regional Airport were delayed, trying to leave the Sioux Falls Airport while others were canceled tonight. Some flights trying to land at the airport as well were delayed, and some were put on hold until tomorrow. The fog and cold also made for some slippery road conditions throughout the area tonight.
Well, Mike Harvey joins us now for the latest on that blanket of fog.
It was foggy out there, John.
It sure was. Couldn't see anything.
We had a winter weather advisory that was in effect for the Northeast. We had a freezing rain advisory that was in effect for the east central portion of the state, and we had a dense fog advisory that was in effect for our portion of the state down in the southeast, South Dakota. But that's all pretty much behind us as we're pretty much out of the woods as the system has started to move out. Visibilities have increased to greater than 2 miles in most locations with the passage of a cool front. And northwest winds from 5 to 15 miles per hour behind the front will help prevent widespread dense fog from reforming. Now here is a shot of Doppler 5, and you can see as the storm as it pushed through our area. We'll go ahead and stop it. You can see that it is over Aberdeen right now, but it's getting ready to go out of the state there. That's all the precipitation that is left in our area. Now keep in mind that traveling is still going to be pretty treacherous out there because we did have the freezing rain, especially in the east central portion of the state.
So take your time.
Please.
Boy, the weather has just not let up for us.
No, it hasn't. Well, for many with winter and this weather comes mild depression, but for the adventurous comes excitement.
Snowmobiling is one of the most popular winter activities in South Dakota, with more than 10,000 sleds registered. Most can reach speeds of at least 60 miles an hour, and that makes them just as dangerous as motorcycles. Last year, 35 accidents were reported, and this year, one person has already died. Snowmobiles can be safe if you take care while riding. Wearing snowsuits and helmets will protect you from the elements and any accidents. Riding in groups and on groomed trails is safer than alone and on familiar ground.
The first time you go through any new territory, go extremely slow to be sure what's there before you come speed up a little bit.
Harold also says rules of the road applied. Stop and use hand signals whenever crossing a street or trail junction, and beware of snow and ice-covered lakes and rivers. They're not always able to support the weight of the sled. A Sioux Falls homeowner got a lesson in fire safety today. Fire and rescue crews were called to a house at 612 South Williams at 12:30 this afternoon after a floor space caught fire. The homeowner was repairing water pipes under his kitchen floor with a propane torch when sparks ignited nearby debris. The resident was treated for smoke inhalation but wasn't seriously hurt. Crews put the fire out just minutes after arriving on the scene. And Fire Chief Ray Durbin suggests keeping your workspace clear of flammable materials whenever using a torch.
A man arrested at an Interstate 90 rest stop on the Minnesota border may be connected to a murder. Yesterday, authorities arrested 19-year-old Sean Michael Haynes of Spokane, Washington. Deputy State's Attorney Mark Reedstrom says a military-style rifle found in Haynes' vehicle was owned by a Slain, Arkansas family. White supremacist literature was also discovered in the vehicle. The Minnehaha County Sheriff's Department will not confirm the rifle is linked to the Arkansas murder or why Haynes was arrested. Haynes is being held on a $50,000 cash bond after appearing in Minnehaha County Court on 2 counts of grand theft. As News 5 12 at 10 continues tonight, Lennox School District officials are very disappointed about the results of yesterday's election. Voters in the Lennox district have chosen for the second time in 2 months to turn down a $2.8 million plan to centralize the middle schools in the district. It appears the issue is dead for now, although there is speculation that citizens in the district may propose a new high school. School Superintendent Robert Meyer says that's unlikely.
That's a $9 million project, and if you can't pass a $3 million project, pretty tough to pass a $9 million one.
Now, if a new high school was built in Lenox, middle school students from T. Chancellor, Lenox, and Worthing will then move into the old high school building.
The future of higher education was the center of interest tonight in Vermilion. Dozens of concerned citizens took advantage of the chance to voice their worries and questions to the State Board of Regents. The Sioux Falls Center for Public Higher Education drew the most heat. Many questioned the need for a new building, its funding, and its effect on other area institutions. In fact, one point is how the board can justify spending money on a new building when they can't afford to maintain the ones they have already. The board did its best to defend its decision to send a $6 million proposal to the state legislature. And we'll, of course, have more on this story tomorrow on News 5 at 5 and 10, including comments from the mayor of Vermilion and the executive director of the Board of Regents.
The Sioux Falls branch of Huron University announced today that they will soon offer master's degrees in management programs, including one in business administration. Colorado Technical University purchased the school last month and hopes to close the deal by the end of the year. The buyout results in the changes of degree offerings, and the new courses could be offered as early as next spring. Several other changes are expected as well. More businesses and technical courses will be added, nearly tripling the staff, and the university will move to a quarter system. Colorado Technical University President David O'Donnell has high hopes for the Sioux Falls branch.
Campus, and we see that growing, and we see adding the new master's programs that we have in management, the MBA program.
They will also mold their courses to match the needs of surrounding business communities.
A new high school is being built in Watertown. The Great Plains Lutheran High School Association in Watertown has announced plans for its $10.6 million future campus. The 9th through 12th grade facility will accommodate 150 students from South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, Wyoming, and Canada. The 45-acre campus will include a main building for classrooms, offices, a gymnasium and an auditorium, as well as 2 student residences and athletic fields. The campus should be completed for the school year starting 2000 to the year 2001. The association is made up of 5,100 members from 29 Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran Synod churches in the Midwest. Just 2 days after the FBI agents from the Publix asked for Publix help in solving the Olympic bombing case, an Atlanta man gave them a photo that could be their best lead yet. Ted Miltatus looked through his Olympic snapshots last night. He found a picture of a man standing near the light tower where the bomb went off. The man was wearing the same kind of military-style backpack displayed by the FBI yesterday.
A new study by an insurance safety group finds if you drive a car with anti-lock brakes, you and your passengers are more likely to die in a crash. The Insurance Institute of Highway Safety studied nearly 1,000 fatal crashes from 1986 to 1995. Federal safety officials have warned that drivers unfamiliar with the brake system may be using it improperly.
And the famous Gerber baby got a facelift today. Gerber Products Company, the international baby food maker, unveiled a new look for its baby food labels. The new labels are a second major change for Gerber. In June, the company announced it was introducing a new sugar-free and starch-free line of products. You of course had that old. You saw a lot of that old Gerber baby
stuff,
food.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of that with the boys.
The
Not
Cougars.
anymore, thank goodness.
Yeah, and the Cougars. They might need a lot more than baby food for the big game coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, they've got something real good going here. It's a feeling, they got a chemistry, and that's probably more important than talent on any team. USF Cougars are gearing up for Saturday's semifinal against Evangel. John, although they continue to shatter records and do everything right, including Jeremy Gardner with 15 touchdown catches, this team has remained very close, which has obviously helped them on the field.
Everyone is just bonded together. Everyone's great friends off the field as well as on the field. We pick each other up. Offense has a great play, defense is right there, and same way if defense has a great play, offense is right there. So it's no real even though we do have some stars on this team, it's not an individual team. It's just a group as a team.
Now that chemistry has also been evident with the Red Hot Skyforce, who made it 10 straight at Omaha last night. They are also a very competitive bunch.
Like I told the players earlier, I'm used to this. We was 30-2 at Tech last year, and we were on an unbelievable streak. So as long as we take it one game at a time and everybody keep playing their role, we'll be all right.
And we're going to catch some Chinook salmon a little later?
Yes, we are, and show you how the Timberwolves did tonight against the Bulls.
Thanks.
Well, students at Annie Sullivan Elementary School in Sioux Falls learned a lesson in philanthropy today by collecting shoes for the banquet.
Each year, the banquet holds a Christmas donation drive, and this year's theme is Project Heart and Soul. Now, soul is spelled S-O-L-E because the goal is to distribute shoes to families who can't afford them. Many people who visit the banquet need warm, comfortable shoes to wear.
And I think it's coming from the heart to put shoes on the soles of those who are having a hard time doing it themselves.
Fifth grader Callie Young had a special wish for the recipients of the shoes.
Hope that they could be with their family on Christmas and be happy about the shoes that we bought for them.
The banquet hopes to distribute the shoes to the community on December 23rd.
Next on News 5 at 10, a mother-daughter team shifts into high gear for the long haul, pushing themselves and their business through the glass ceiling. That's in News 5 Fortunes.
And it's guaranteed to make you laugh, and it's topping many Christmas wish lists. But it's hard to find, so how much would you pay for Tickle Me Elmo? You have to hear this story to believe it.
And speaking of wish lists, if it's domestic, exotic, or just plain unusual, we may have just the house pet you've been looking for. More News 5 is coming up.
Through the night, you have the power within you, granted from above, to strengthen body and spirit with your special kind of love. You're caring for life. No one does it quite like you, caring for life. Help me through, no matter where you go or where your heart may rest. When I'm with you, I know I'm with the best.
Send email to KDLT at sd.cybernext.net.
This is Tom Hansen, president of Harold's Overnight Delivery. Now there's a local alternative to FedEx, UPS, and USPS. At Harold's Overnight Delivery, we charge just half what the big guys charge. We pick up free at your home or office. We deliver to towns throughout our region, including places the big guys never even heard of. And I personally guarantee next-day delivery of your package. All for just half what the big guys charge. Call us today. Harold's Overnight Delivery.
When you want selection, shop the Star. When you want service, shop the Star. When you want savings, shop the Star. When you want quality, shop the Star. When you want it all, shop the Star.
Watertown, South Dakota's rising star.
Women in the workplace are nothing unusual in most businesses, but the executive positions are still filled mostly by men.
And in tonight's News 5 Fortunes, we meet two Sioux Falls women who've broken down traditional barriers by putting the pedal to the metal. This mother and daughter run a family business. A typical guest would have them in real estate or interior design. But these two operate the K&J Trucking Company.
Drivers, the trucks, the trailers, we're working on the customers. And
Sharon Cook took over as CEO when her husband died 4 years ago. She and her daughter are well established locally in a business dominated by men, but when they travel to industry events like national conventions, many times they're ignored.
Because we're women, we can't possibly be in management. We've got to be somebody's wife, you know, that's just wandering around. We can't know anything. We can't be running a trucking company.
34-year-old Michelle is president of the company, overseeing more than 100 employees and tracking a fleet of 115 refrigerated trucks.
On to Thursday, delivery Chicago.
if you get somebody from an outside area, I feel like they're being a little bit condescending, like I couldn't possibly know some of the issues they're talking about. So that happens, or they're shocked that I'm a woman.
K&J specializes in time-sensitive deliveries like meat, ice cream, and produce. and they've just expanded with a new terminal in Oklahoma. Now, one of the indications of how stable a trucking company is its turnover rate of drivers. Nationally, the average turnover rate is 100% for a year, but here at K&J, it's 5 to 15%.
One thing my mom and I were kind of both determined to be is to not lose our identity. We didn't have to become one of the guys to work in the guys' world. We didn't have to go smoking stogies or anything else like that to be ourselves and to always be a professional and to, let it go from there. But
it's a philosophy of success for two Sioux Falls women who just want to keep on trucking. Family plays a big role at K&J. Sharon, the CEO, has another daughter besides Michelle working at the trucking company, plus 2 sons and 2 sons-in-law.
It's great to see them in that position.
Yeah, and they had good stories about how they had to deal. They don't make deals in the bars like some of the other guys would over a beer or something like that, but they run a heck of an organization.
Looks like it, thanks. The Sioux Empire was under dense fog and freezing rain advisories tonight. Mike Harvey is in next with the complete weather picture.
And their numbers might be small, but local Jewish school children keep their holiday traditions alive by celebrating Hanukkah. We'll see how when News 5 continues.
$4,000 discount. 0 down. 3.9% financing. No payments for 90 days. Southtown Automotive delivers. 97 Chevrolet Tahoe 4-door, $4,000 discount. Southtown delivers just $39.70. 96 Chevy Cavalier. Southtown delivers just $9,200 or 0 down and $179 a month. 97 Chevrolet Lumina, Cavalier Astrovan or Pontiac Grand Am in Bonneville. Southtown delivers 3.9% financing.
Southtown Automotive, a little bit south of Sioux Falls.
Henry knows all your holiday favorites. And he knows if you've been bad or good. Celebrate the holiday season with conductor Henry Charles Smith and the South Dakota Symphony. As a special holiday gift to you, the Symphony will perform a traditional concert reflecting on the love and nostalgia that surrounds us this time of year. Join us December 15th at 2:30 p.m. in the Sioux Falls Arena. Call the Symphony office or Ticketmaster for tickets.
You're watching News 5 on KDLT. For the first time in years, everything is on sale at Conlon's Furniture, plus you put no money down and pay 0 interest for 12 full months. Hurry into Conlon's today.
The Holiday Spectacular is on now at Entertainment Direct. With any $500 purchase, get free financing for 1 full year. RCA, ProScan, Pioneer, and Hitachi big screens, starting at only $13.99. Includes free delivery. Home theater surround sound packages include subwoofer and ProLogic receiver, starting at only $3.99. Entertainment Direct, your DSS headquarters. System starting at only $199. And now at Entertainment Direct, get free financing. Pay nothing for 1 full year. Entertainment Direct, 41st Street. You deserve only the best.
Elaine!
Look at this!
So beautiful.
Is it possible I'm not as attractive as I think I am?
Oh, yeah. Anything's possible. Elena-rama, 6 days a week on Seinfeld.
Weeknights at 6:30. You're watching KDLT's News 5, the station that's working for you.
I think you saw that video off the top with the airport. It's amazing how foggy it is out there.
But it's also very nice how quickly that it's getting at it. Get it out of here. We don't need that fog. We don't need that freezing rain. We don't need those weather advisories, so they're pretty much out of here. We just have some widely scattered stuff out there, but for the most part, everybody's pretty much in the clear and we're out of the woods. So why don't we go ahead and check out our current temperatures around the state. As you can see, we have a lot of 20s out there in the upper 20s, hovering pretty much around the freezing mark with 37 also in Pierre, but 30 down in Yankton, 33 in Vermilion, 31 in Sioux Falls, and 32 into Worthington. The wind chills, not real bad tonight. Pretty much in the teens. Sioux Falls, it's the same as the regular temperature with no wind here. Down in Vermilion, 30, and we have 21 in Valentine. Currently, there is that 31-degree reading with mostly cloudy skies, 100% humidity. The winds are calm with a barometric pressure of 29.79. Today's high, 32 degrees. We haven't moved very much from that. 16 was the low last night. Our normals are 29 and 10 for this date. Records 55 in 1974, and in 1917 we had a record low of 21 below zero. We've had no precipitation for today, and that puts us 4.23 inches behind for the year. Sunrise for tomorrow morning will be at 7:51. Sunset this evening at 4:51. And as we take a look across the country today, we have a couple of fronts that are pushing across our area. The first of them is in the East Coast. You can see the low pressure system there and the clouds and the rain that is associated with that. The second one has affected us. It's this cold front. That's what's brought us all of our nasty weather. But take a look behind this. Not looking too bad. We actually have some cleared skies. But let's not say that too loud. We don't want to jinx it. In the Pacific Northwest, we have a low pressure system that has brought them some rain as well. And let's go ahead and put the satellite photo into motion. You can see in the East Coast, the rain that's pushing through there was in the Ohio Valley today is heading towards the northeast. In our area, we had another low pressure system, one in a series of low pressures that's pushed through our area. We've been in that westerly flow, has really kept us in some mostly cloudy skies, some moderate temperatures, and a little bit of light precipitation. That has moved through our area. And then on the Pacific coast, California really can't catch a break. Now, in Northern California, they're still getting some rain. Southern California has had some high pressure, so they're looking in a little bit better shape with some nice weather. And also down into the Texas area, they've had some record temperatures again today and some beautiful weather. Let's go ahead and take a look at our area. It was pretty much a dreary weather, but I really wanted to bring it up to show you that we did have a little bit of a break. Hopefully this won't go through too fast. We'll actually see some sunshine in the morning, but probably it's going to go through and just give us some clear skies, cool things off a little bit tonight. We are looking for some low temperatures in the 20s this evening in South Dakotas, 30s, 40s, and 50s as we go down towards the south. Highs for tomorrow, we are looking at 30s and 40s across our section of the state. And tonight we can expect a low temperature of 20 degrees, overcast, areas of widely scattered fog and freezing drizzle. It's pretty much out of our area now. Tomorrow we're looking for a high of 32 degrees. We do have a slight chance of flurries. That's going to be early in the morning if we have any at all, with some variable cloudiness. And let's bring in the 5-day extended forecast. We are calling for 32 degrees on Friday, 29 on Saturday, and then we're looking at 26 on Sunday, and we're looking for clouds each of those days on Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. It's looking like we're pretty much in the same pattern, with the exception of Sunday, where we might have a little bit more of some sunshine, but otherwise pretty much moderate temperatures and a little bit of a chance of some precipitation.
Except for that 0 on there. It kind of draws your eye right to it.
Trying not to look that far down.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, the Wolves take on the Bulls in Chicago. Can they hang in there with the world champs? Marco has the highlights.
And we may be tired of the ice, but a group of sportsmen and women never tire of ice fishing. Tony Dean tries to hook a Chinook on Inside the Outdoors. That's coming up in sports. More news is next.
I'm Hanson, president of Harold's Overnight Delivery. Now there's a local alternative to FedEx, UPS, and USPS. At Harold's Overnight Delivery, we charge just half what the big guys charge. We pick up free at your home or office. We deliver to towns throughout our region, including places the big guys never even heard of. And I personally guarantee next day delivery of your package. All for just half what the big guys charge. Call us today. Harold's Overnight Delivery.
KDLT. Happy Holidays! The number of people celebrating Hanukkah in Sioux Falls this week pales in comparison to the number of people who'll celebrate Christmas 2 weeks from now.
Despite the fact that Christmas is everywhere you look, the traditions of the 8-day celebration of freedom are very much alive in the Jewish community in Sioux Falls. Josh and Erica Oppenheimer are 2 of only 3 Jewish students at their elementary school, but their classmates are becoming more familiar with Hanukkah. The letters on the dreidel in Hebrew stand for a great miracle happened there, but in Israel, one of the letters is different.
The letters on the dreidel would be Hey, Pei, Nun, and Gimel. Reason for Shin is because it would be a great miracle happened here, not a great miracle happened there.
Now, in the United States, the letter Shin is on the dreidel because the phrase means a miracle happened here. It refers to the oil used in the light the menorah that lasted for 8 days instead of only 1, 2,000 years ago at the Temple of Jerusalem.
He's making a list and checking it twice, and this year Santa may be delivering some lively packages. Pets are very popular Christmas gifts, and at Mini Critters Pet Store in Sioux Falls, everything from reptiles to parrots and frisky ferrets are hot sellers. Although most kinds of animals are popular, the pets that people can interact with are especially well received. If you want to stick with the tradition, playful puppies are an excellent gift, and small dogs like Lhasa Apsos and Shih Tzus are popular because they're mild-tempered and good with children.
Handleable bird, and anybody from like a child 2 years old on up can handle a bird like this.
Now, if cockatiels aren't exotic enough for you, how about a thing called a sugar glider?
If you're handling them and everything, they'll be awake during the day, you know, when there's something going on.
Now, that unusual creature may be perfect for the person that just has everything.
You're watching KDLT's News 5, the station that's working for you.
Job Corps is really a neat place to go and meet a lot of people. It's the only place you can probably get paid to get an education.
The Box Elder Job Corps can help you meet your goals. At this high school, you live on campus, study toward your high school diploma or GED, and learn a trade. That's right. The Job Corps provides tuition-free education and vocational training. So if you're 16 through 24, call soon to see if you're eligible. Train for your future with the Box Elder Job Corps.
I think I'm better off here than going to high school.
This year at Perkins, shopping is no problem. No hassles, no baking, no worries, no shopping, no decisions, no wrapping, Noel.
To check your emotional baggage.
We're going on a 2-day trip. What are you, Diana Ross?
To bring out your inner beauty.
Appearance is not important. Yours or hers?
To finally become the best you can be.
So enjoy yourself.
Self-help yourself to Seinfeld 5 times a week.
Weeknights at 6:30.
Free film developing, free dry cleaning, and guaranteed lowest fares. Only from Harold's Travel. Call 1-800-605-TRIP.
On the back roads, highways, and busy city streets. And pride. We'll keep America rolling with a pride that can't be beat. And ride, mile after mile, fuel it up in style. Car, van, or truck, and pride's there when you need us. America keeps rolling with and ride.
Welcome back to the locker room. We start with the NBA tonight. The Timberwolves came so close last night against the Rockets. Well, tonight they went into Chicago against a team that is suddenly very human, the Bulls. Not Michael Jordan. He had 27 points this evening. Googs has been about the steadiest player. Tom Gugliotta had 19 points to lead the way for Minnesota. Flip says, come on, Stephen, get him the ball again. Let's set that play up lots of times. But they couldn't do that. Bulls on the break. Kukoc to Pippen. He had 26. Bulls in command all the way, 103-86, the final score. Well, last week we talked ice fishing for bluegills. This week on Inside the Outdoors, Tony Dean takes us to Lake Oahe in pursuit of the big guys.
Storms on Lake Oahe. Fishermen get ready for the closest thing to big game fishing available through the ice. We're talking Chinook salmon, fish that go on incredible runs. The strongest fish you'll ever catch through the ice.
Oh, yeah.
The bait of choice is live smelt. You catch them yourself on tiny jigs. Fish the smelt under a slip bobber, covering all depths from just beneath the ice to near the bottom. The salmon can be anywhere. When you fish the Missouri River system through the ice, you can use 4 rods. We recommend you place each in a rod holder, but leave that bail open. Otherwise, when a big salmon takes the bait, you could lose the rod.
He takes off
Ice fishing for salmon on light tackle, a short rod, and 8-pound test line. Hey, it's almost like hand-to-hand combat. The fish are big, they're strong, you'll lose as many as you land. Lake Oahe's the place, as soon as there's at least 6 inches of hard ice near the dam. Check with local bait shops for ice conditions and current fishing information. For News 5 Sports on Lake Oahe at Pier, I'm Tony Dean.
Thanks, Tony. The Northern Wolves edged USF last night at the Stewart Center. However, we were exposed to perhaps the most successful program in the state. Year after year, Bob Walks and now Bob Olson had led their teams to national prominence in the NAIA using local kids, and that will not change now that the Wolves are Division II NCAA, and at 7-1, there's obviously no reason to.
Year in and year out to build our basketball program with local athletes, and we're going to continue to do that. When I say local athletes, I don't mean just around the Aberdeen area. I mean the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota area, and we have that reputation. It's a lot of fun. Our fans enjoy that, and we'll continue to do that.
In college basketball tonight, Mount Marty and Iowa State were both winners, and in women's basketball, USD victorious. And just in case you're wondering if Bob Young is enjoying the season with his Cougars, several weeks ago we were kind of talking about Curtis Riggs at the time when he was about to break the record for passes in a row without a pick. When I mentioned that I had heard somewhere that Curtis might have actually been a righty when he arrived here, I guess Bob can take full credit for the record-breaking season that number 12 has had.
Now, didn't he was a right-handed passer when he came here, and you even taught him how to throw left-handed? Is that how the story
That's right. Yeah, he was definitely a right-hander, and you know, we didn't like the way he was throwing right-handed, so we made him start throwing left. I've never had a left-handed quarterback, and I thought, well, why not start now? Because you know, I know as I get to the end of my coaching career, you know, you need to have the experience of having a left-handed quarterback. So, no.
Can you believe how he played along with that? We'll get serious again tomorrow. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, coming up right after News 5 at 10, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. Jay will host actor Chris O'Connell, actress Kelly Preston, and singer Lyle Lovett. That's coming up at 10:35.
But first, Tickle Me Elmo turns into Scalp Me Elmo as the hot commodity goes to the highest bidder, and for some that means thousands. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Airman Jason Bjorklund, currently with the 8th SPS in Kunsan Air Base, Republic of Korea. I'd like to send Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family and my grandparents and my buddies back in Madison, South Dakota. I hope you guys are enjoying it back home. Hope to see you next Christmas.
Look what I got at half price.
Wait a minute. Here's something you can't get at half price. It's the Half Price Customer Appreciation Scratch Card, only in Thursday's newspaper. Get 25 to 100% off any regular priced item, or 25% off your entire purchase. Or you could win a $500 shopping spree. So for the biggest selection of name brands at half price, come on in and you'll say,
Look what I got at half price.
Department stores.
The Olympics lasted just 17 days. The memories are forever. Call 1-800-652-3993 and order America's Games, the greatest moments of the historic 1996 Olympics. Hosted by Bob Costas, America's Games is a must-have video treasure. It's all here. 85 minutes of pageantry, drama, excitement, and emotion. Order one for yourself and one for every sports fan on your gift list. Just $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping. America's Games, because the memories are forever.
Well, we can only hope that fog is going to be lifted tomorrow morning.
I think it will be, and I'm hoping we might even see a peek of the sun. But tomorrow morning, for your breakfast weather, you can expect a temperature of around 24 degrees on the way to a high temperature of around freezing. Northwest winds 6 to 12 miles per hour. And don't be scared. Don't be a square, but don't be scared by a snow flurry. I don't think we're going to have a big chance of getting that.
Good. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, Sherry, we've had some Tickle Me Elmo doll in the newsroom doing a story on it. But finally tonight, bidding wars are being waged for this year's hottest selling Christmas toy.
2 different radio stations together raised more than $10,000 for charity today, auctioning off Tickle Me Elmo dolls. The top bidder at the Denver, Colorado radio station paid $7,100 for the stuffed Sesame Street sensation. Yes, that's right, Mark. Meantime, in Florida, a woman spent $3,500 for Elmo. Now, get this, the dolls sell for about $30 in the store, that is, if you can find them. One place you might want to look now is on the internet. Some cyberspace salesmen and women are selling the dolls for as little as $200. Can you believe that?
It's amazing. Every Christmas, it seems something appears that everybody just must have. It's usually from the kids, but that's a lot of money.
$7,000, but it went to charity, which is wonderful, so. Anyway, thanks for watching News 5, the station that's working for you.
And we'll see you again tomorrow at 5 and 10. Have a nice evening.